Today I'm going to review my containers and my annual flowers. I'll let you know which ones are my favorite and which ones I would not plant again. Let's start off by talking about the Supertunia Vista Bubblegum Petunias. I do love these and they've grown on me. My whole goal was to make the front of this flower bed a full carpet of pink. However, this side of the garden had different plans. Our gutters come down right here and they drain to this area, and this area just gets too much water. As you can see, I cut them down. They still have some green on them and they keep spitting out individual blooms, so I've just kind of left them there. But these are the only ones that have been surviving because they don't get overwatered. I did wish that they would have filled into the front right here, but it is what it is. I probably won't be planting the Supertunias in the ground anymore because if you look over here, these Supertunia Bordeaux, they just aren't liking it very well in my ground. I will probably be giving up on the Supertunias in the ground. I love the Supertunias in containers. What I am not done planting in the ground are these amazing Superbena verbenas. These are the cashmere pink. They are huge. I am so happy with how these turned out. The Supertunia whiteouts on this side are a little less impressive, but in their defense, a bug got onto this one and it's still blooming on this side. And then these two were just straight off the clearance rack. They were so tiny when I planted them. I feel like they're doing pretty good for the size they were and how pitiful they were when I did plant them in the ground. These are really the showstopper. They are just, it's just hard to even explain or let the camera see how big these are. Those are Bobo hydrangeas in the background and they're actually shooting up very tall blooms. This is a very sturdy plant. The leaves are very thick. These are Truffula Pink Globe Amaranth. I have been wanting to put these in planters for the last few years. I will say this is the third summer I have planted annual containers, and I'll say these are my least favorite ones out of all of them. I'm just holding on to them mainly because these are still doing so well and they're so unique and interesting. I'm not sure if I could do a different combination and be happy with how these ended up. It is what it is, and it's trial and error in a DIY garden. You can't get them all right, and some are not going to be the best. So next year I'm going to have to work a little bit harder to make sure I'm happy with those. I've never done it before, but since I'm not really loving them, I'll probably here in the next couple weeks or so end up tearing these out and making these into a fall arrangement in these containers. I will say I'm very happy with this container. It started out with just the geraniums in the middle. I ended up getting these potato vines off of the clearance rack and this as well, just to kind of fill it in a little bit more. I'm loving how that's flowing over the other side. This one isn't flowing as much, but I think the lime green looks great with the white. I love geraniums because they go so far into the fall. They don't require a lot of water. I will continue to plant geraniums in my garden every year, and I'm very happy with how this container has turned out. I've been pretty happy overall with this container. I don't know what's going on with these daisies. These are just a small yellow variety of daisies, and this one is doing fine. The ones on the other side, not so much. There's barely any green on them. I don't know what happened, and yes, I've been watering them. They just don't seem to want to live here. At the beginning of the summer, these yellow daisies were my favorite annual, but how they've weathered the year, I'm not as impressed. The Supertunia Bordeaux are kind of taking over this planter. I'm not mad about it. I love purple and yellow together. Here's my final annual planter. We have King Tut grass at the top that goes down to Superbena verbena at the bottom. This is a peachy keen and a purple amethyst. I love this planter. Like I said, you can't go wrong with Superbena verbena, at least in my area. They do astounding. They just fill out the container. I love this combination. I'm not sure if the King Tut grass really like it. They keep bending out like they're trying to get to the sun. I'm probably not going to plant King Tut grass in this area next year. My goal is at the end of this season, I'm going to tear all this out and I'm going to put some type of shrub or structure in this so that it can live throughout the fall with some color and winter interest in this pot. Make sure to let me know in the comments below what your favorite annual is. I'm so excited to hear all of your guys' thoughts and ideas, and maybe you'll tell me some new ones that I have never even used. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.